Irrespective of this, why does it matter that Beijing has also a growing role in the Arctic?
Well, I mean, when it comes to China claiming to be an Arctic power, although in fact it isn't, um, look at the United States. The United States claims to be, well, is in many ways a Middle Eastern power. Um, America is what, 4,000, 5,000 miles away from the Middle East? It's certainly determined, as we see, to remain a Latin American power. Once again, I mean, the United States does not live in Latin America, and so it goes. So, China as a huge, by some counts, the biggest economy in the world, and obviously with a deep interest in international trade, has a role to play in the Arctic, whether we like it or not. But more generally, yes, you have Western governments, some of them, European governments, and some writers, commentators in the West, recognizing and paying lip service to the idea now of multipolarity. I mean, Fiona Hill, one of the architects of the authors or advisors on the British national security strategy, did say in Tallinn a couple of years ago that, we must take account of the opinions of the rest of the world, and that they now matter much more in a way that they didn't before. But in practice, nothing comes out of this. In the British national security strategy, there is talk of, Britain's diplomatic assets in the Commonwealth, but actually there is no will whatsoever to take any account of what the actual views of Commonwealth countries are. And of course they sense that. So, and I suppose this is a familiar syndrome, as Roman power declined, so the declarations by Roman authors of the supremacy of Roman culture and how the barbarians, must respect imperial authority and Romanita became more and more shrill and hysterical. So precisely as our influence in the world does go down, so our claims to that influence, and its moral basis become more extreme.
Well, I did think it was interesting that the Chinese Arctic policy from 2018, the white paper on the Arctic, it labeled the transportation corridor through the Arctic as a polar Silk Road, because this seems to conceptually include the Arctic into this wider new Silk Road, or the Belt and Road Initiative, which the Chinese are developing, which again can be seen as going back to the